The TV series Primeval has made great efforts to explain complicated scientific theories accurately. However, due to the need for audience understanding, scientific language has been sacrificed and simplified. In Primeval, doorways in time and space called anomalies open up randomly to different places in the past or future. These anomalies are described as wormholes created when there is a natural warping of the fabric of reality. Scientifically, this description is very accurate. The fabric of reality is an unscientific phrase for the space-time continuum described by Einstein's theory of general relativity. This theory describes how space and time exist on a single continuum called the space-time continuum, where time is a fourth dimension. Massive objects such as stars and planets cause a distortion or natural warping in space-time, which is felt as gravity. Einstein also proposed the existence of wormholes which could provide a fast track through space and time. Named Einstein-Rosen bridges, these are hypothetical connections between widely separated regions of space-time. These bridges could form when the gravitational distortion caused by one massive object meets the gravitational distortion formed by another to form a tunnel-like pathway between two parts of space-time. However, this severe warping is extremely unstable as space-time works to return to being flat, and hence wormholes only open for an instant. Anything attempting to pass through would be crushed as it squeezes apart. However, a wormhole containing a substance called exotic matter could stay open for unchanging and longer periods of time. Exotic matter, or negative matter, has properties such as negative energy and negative mass. It expands in space instead of contracting and accelerates in the opposite direction of an applied force. This matter would hold the wormhole open by pushing outwards on the sides of its throat, thereby keeping it stable for objects to pass through. The Primeval team soon discover that the anomalies are magnetic, as metallic objects are sucked towards them. This is explained, the warping effect causes the matter within the anomaly to whiz around all over the place like the numbers in a lottery ball. Each particle of matter generates its own magnetic field, and all of these combine to create this large magnetic field. This explanation is comprehensive though not entirely accurate for the following reason. If both large masses causing the anomaly were rotating, it would cause the resultant wormhole to rotate with them. This revolving space-time distortion would drag the surrounding particles so that they also spin with the wormhole. Theoretically, a rotating wormhole could have a magnetic field as a result of the electromagnetic field created by the motion of charged particles. These particles, however, must all be spinning in the same direction. If they were whizzing around all over the place, the magnetic fields created by the movement of each particle would combine and cancel each other out so that the resultant magnetic force would be zero. The magnetic field could have been better explained by replacing "to whiz around all over the place like the numbers in a lottery ball" with "to rotate together as one like the wind in a tornado." In contrast, the TV series Doctor Who uses scientific language which is complicated but rarely scientifically accurate, and it fails to explain the related scientific concepts to the audience. In one episode, a group of people get trapped on a planet that is orbiting a black hole. To the film's credit, a black hole is correctly defined as a dead star that collapses in on itself until the matter is so dense and tight it starts to pull everything else in too. Not even light can escape it. However, when an image of a black hole is shown on screen, a scientific inaccuracy is immediately evident as an orange light is seen sinking into the dark centre of a black hole. In astronomical terms, the outer rim of a black hole is called the event horizon. Here, the gravity is so great that the escape velocity is equal to the speed of light. Since general relativity states that it is impossible to travel faster than the speed of light, nothing inside the event horizon can ever reach a velocity great enough to escape the black hole. It is thus implausible that we should be able to see light sinking into and through a black hole. Assuming FTL means faster than light, the statement "get yourselves to the FTL rocket" is a dubious one considering Einstein's theory of special relativity. In this theory, the speed of light is the same for all observers because, as an object travels faster through space, it travels slower through time, and vice versa. Einstein derived the equation E equals mc squared from this concept. E equals mc squared implies that the more energy that is injected into a rocket, the more mass it gains. The more massive it is, the harder it is to accelerate. Boosting it to the speed of light is impossible because, in the process, the rocket would become infinitely massive. Therefore, an FTL rocket is an impossibility. Again, Doctor Who's love of complicated scientific terms comes to no avail, as an implausible scientific concept has been presented as fact. This rocket, however, could travel the distances needed very quickly using the idea derived from Einstein's theory of general relativity that mass or energy can distort space. Theoretically, the rocket could expand the space behind it and contract the space in front so that it gets closer to the objects in front without actually moving in relation to the objects around it. The spaceship would stand still in a bubble of space-time. Since it isn't moving, it wouldn't gain any mass. If Doctor Who had used a concept such as this, the rocket could go at any speed without breaking the known laws of physics, as currently no laws exist which determine the speed of travel in warp space.